Hello everybody, my name is Chien Chen. I'm representing from Technical University Munich, and I'm really happy to participate in today's conference to see a lot of really young and really nice researchers with your really wonderful research. And today I'm here to present you our current joint project with Fraunhofer Institute regarding to the non-destructive measurement of the tree rings and all the stem structure or stem information. So let's continue. Today okay, sorry, technical error, this doesn't work. So today, my presentation is going to struggle in 3 chapters. So first one is before I jump into what I'm doing, I want to introduce what our project is doing, what is the scope, and what is the aim of Technical University München of the forest growth and geoscience. Second, and I will briefly introduce what the approach, what current preliminary approach we are doing now for the image detection. And then the third one, I want to pose possibilities to have AI improvement in this algorithm. And then I'm really happy to have all the good ideas from all of you, because you're experts in AI. So let's go. So what are our scope? To answer this question, we need to know what we are going to do. My chair is forest growth and geoscience. So we need to know how do trees grow. Good question. And normally, in this science, we normally do dendrochronology, normally based on 2 resources. One is cores, and the other one is stem discs. And then we try to measure tree rings. For us, tree ring matters, really important, and also density and so on. But how can we get this? Normally, we use destructive methods, which means we go there, core the tree, then we got the core, or we harvest the trees and we got the stem disc and among different height levels. But once you cut it or once you core the tree, it is destroyed somehow in a way, even with cores. So what is our project doing? Our project is called Baumscan, which means tree scan the tree, and in German. So our idea is there are swing trees, conifers, and broadleaves. And with the collaboration with Fraunhofer Institute, we produce a portable, movable, mobile CT machine. We go to the tree, hug the tree, scan it, and we got a stem image. And then our task from Technical University is going to analyze and to have the feature extraction for the scope or the usage of forest science. Okay, so that is the scope of our project. And now I'm going to briefly introduce what currently I'm doing in the algorithm of tree ring detection, pith detection, and so on. So I want to briefly introduce what happened to this if you have a fresh disk scanned from the CT image. So as everyone already knows, CT image is strongly density related. And what happens to this fresh disk, which means we all know there are sapwood and hardwood. Sapwood is mostly responsible for water conduction, water storage, a really major part. So what happens if the water comes into this section, then the water has a density of 1, everyone knows, and wood has approximately lower. But when this water goes in, then it increases the bulk density. The bulk density means the density of wood materials plus water. Okay, so here is understandable. So now our problem is there's 2 parts. One is if the rings are located in the sapwood region, it is strongly blurred. We can still see the pattern if you zoom it really in, and within those noises, you can see how the rings goes. If you do it carefully, really carefully. And also, if you see inside of the hardwood, there's actually secondary metabolisms stored in the early wood, and also there's also some tracheids or the tubes of their water inside. So they also have this pattern of white bands, not really clearly, but they are existing. So once if you're applying the normal edge detection in image processing, then you got the additional ring, perfect. Then this is not allowed in our forest and yield science, okay? Because you have extra growth, which doesn't make sense. Then what is our approach? So currently, we have CD images, and we try to do pre-processing to get rid of the sapwood region, so as the left-hand side. And also additionally, because I don't have that much time, to be real honest, I don't have that much time to write another algorithm to know where is the bark. Because as we know, this is just density values. And you know that bark has high density, yes for sure, but it would also have the similar density as internally the lake wood. So if you say, okay, above this density value, this is bark. Okay, you will get out of everything. And also maybe sapwood region. So this is not possible at current moment to have algorithm to do so. So we are applying for a manual mask to mask out the bark to reduce the influence in our algorithm. Then second, sorry for keeping the algorithm secret, but I want to keep it short. So after the parameter adjustment and our algorithm trying to first detect the pith, I can shortly, this will be published soon, I can shortly introduce what is the algorithm doing. We're actually taking or tracking where is the most internal rings. Then use the circular, really basic. If you have a circular structure and you want to know where is the center of the circle, you can basically apply in R, like say, find the center. I was just saying this, but in coding it's different way. So anyways, like this. Then you got the pith. The classical recent scientific way is called gradient-based Hopf transformation, which means you have all the edges of the rings. For the gradient, which means the image value is changing from dark to white. So you have a gradient towards pith. Each edge is a voter. He votes from his direction. Okay, I think this direction is pith. And you have all like maybe millions of points and tell you, okay, we think this is a pith, and you got a heat map. Based on the heat map, you got the pith. And this is not currently available in any open source, so you need to hard code yourself. I personally hard coded in R with raster package. It takes a relatively easy one. If it's easy stem, it takes 72 hours. If I use image R, directly apply and hard-coded in image R, it takes 16 hours, still really long. Maybe because my coding ability is really shit. So I'm sorry for this. But then for our new algorithm, which is got inspired by our colleagues, which is doing his PhD in how he detects the tree structure of the terrestrial laser scanning. We got the inspiration and we write the algorithm. It's not taking too long, approximately 5 minutes, depends on how you get the edge. And lately, we use pith and then the rest of the edges to clean it and then get the rings. And this method is basically based on one rhythm, which is the closer you are to the rings, then that you should be influenced strongly by your neighbors. Because we all know tree rings are somehow correlated. The more close to your neighbors, you're somehow influenced by his structure. So with this mindset, we done the tree ring detection. So in order to validate, this is the left-hand side is manually, carefully marked in ImageJ, and right-hand side is what I'm doing, what the algorithm is doing. And to have a closer look, this is how currently the image is doing and how the rings are detected in the sapwood area. Just quickly, so is it enough? That's why I want to have show you a zoom image of here. I'm not sure how good you can see, but so this is the overlaid image. If you really zoom in, can anyone see the image? Okay, so the yellow one represents the section of my algorithm. The red one represents the one detected, manual marking by ImageJ. So as you can see here, it works quite fine. And hardwood is basically easy. And there is one problem is the internal one is not possible because it's really blurry. When I really clean, hardly clean, really strong clean the image, this too is gone. So this is unavoidable. But also, even though we have a success in this area, but you can still see some noises because this is influenced by this area. It's not possible to avoid. And another huge problem here is here the rings are almost missing. So in this area, our algorithm cannot work perfectly. So if you don't have perfect edges detected before, then algorithm cannot work. It's somehow like garbage in, garbage out. Okay, so I will back to my presentation for the few less sentence slices. So what is the future possibilities of the artificial intelligence? So this is our current, okay, sorry, there's only that side. I think there are a few steps that is possible. So first is, as everyone I have already introduced, the manual marking of the outer bar is now currently still done by human beings. And so this is one of the huge advantages for artificial intelligence to support, to leverage this burden from human beings. And the second is using the already existing detected. So our work will produce a lot of mass of tree rings. And then we can, sorry, I will just continue. So if we have the image and we have the tree ring as a mass, so in the future we could somehow use this strategy to produce an algorithm that can leverage the burden of human being that you need to twist the parameters. So you just simply create a box, throw in the image, and produce the ring. Like this. Okay, so these are possibly in future we would go into these two perspectives of artificial intelligence when our project goes further and further. Thank you so much.